Welcome to Clear Beta. That's where we give you a classy touch because you are a classy lady. We thank you so much, ladies. We really appreciate because of the past videos that we have been doing. It looks like you have been speaking more about natural hair, and you have been giving people or tips on what to do with their natural hair. So we actually have got other people who are now battling and they are so indecisive. Should I process my hair? Should I now move to natural hair? And they really need to know more about that. So today I've just come to talk about natural hair and chemical at the same time. Let me begin to speak about the chemical. What I would want to say is there is nothing wrong with applying chemical into your hair. Either you want it to have done, which is called Texlax, or maybe you want to do a relaxer, which is whereby you can do it like a full processed hair. There is nothing wrong with processing your hair, but here comes the challenge when your hair is processed in a wrong way. That's when we begin to have a challenge. Then the other time is when your hair is processed like more oftenly, like mostly when your hair is processed in 6 weeks. I don't want to lie to you. When your hair is being processed in 6 weeks, you'd actually notice that your hair after some time, it either is going to begin to break or is going to begin to thin. And when your hair begins to thin, you no longer love it the way that you would love it at first, because every time your hair loses its real texture and loses its real bulkiness. When I'm talking about bulkiness, I'm talking about the full your hair would look like. When your hair goes like that, it's either you no longer feel good about yourself and you feel like something is not right about it. So there is nothing wrong with putting chemical, but I think maybe the way it's done, that's where the problem is. So if you've decided to put chemical into your hair, go ahead and apply chemical into your hair, but I would maybe prefer that maybe you can apply chemical maybe after, at most, maybe after 2 months, which is about 8 weeks or 12 weeks. Then to those who don't want to apply it as often as possible, maybe you can just apply maybe chemical twice or once in a hair, which will be good to your hair, so that your hair will be healthy and your hair will be kept healthy. So when it comes to natural hair, this is the hair that which doesn't have chemical, which is not processed. I would call it raw hair, and this hair actually requires some things for you to be able to maintain it. We actually have got different types of natural hair, whereby this hair doesn't have chemical, which start from 1, then it ends from 4 to 4C. These are different types of hairs that someone might have, but it depends with your hair type. But I've noticed that a lot of African ladies will carry between 4A, B, and C, whereby this hair actually have got like a high density of shrinkage, and then you'd notice that that shrinkage is what we call natural hair. That curl of your hair, that's what is the natural. And we also have to embrace the shrinkage of that natural hair. And natural hair also requires a little bit of some things that needs to be done to it, which processed hair doesn't do. Our hair, both either natural hair or the one with chemical, they're required to be taken care of with either moisturizers and oils and proper washing of it, conditioning, oil treatments. These are all the treatments that we have to do on both of the hairs. But you actually notice that when it comes to natural hair, that natural hair now requires a lot of moisturizer so that it can help you to create the curl pattern that you might really need to see into your hair. So I think either you have decided to keep your hair natural or you have decided to process it. Try by all means to keep it healthy and don't allow it to break. But what I've noticed is every time when your hair begins to break, you yourself as a person, you no longer feel good about your hair, and you have to maintain it good. And there's some little styles that I've seen that people are now loving a lot and that is moving around, which is actually good. People are loving the natural looks with their hair, despite the fact that people are still wearing wigs, people are still putting braids into their hair, people are still tinting their hair to another color and all that, but people now are beginning to embrace their natural hair in different ways. So either you decided to process your natural hair, or you have decided to maintain it natural without process, without any chemical that is being added into it, try by all means to keep it healthy and maintain it healthy. We thank you so much, ladies, for that. I think if you really want to know what we do as Cleo Beauty Addicts, you can follow us on our Facebook page and you know exactly what we do. Follow us on our Facebook page, Instagram, and on YouTube. You can see our work from there. We thank you so much, ladies. We really appreciate it.